So in this video also we are going to take a look about a lesson of Alex Hormozi that I learned today. Basically, it's not a new lesson that I learned today, but it's just a reminder. And as Alex Hormozi suggests that we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. So we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. So as a human being, as a man, if we need to improve, so we don't have to just rely on additional information. We have to rely on reminders, the good things which we want to ingrain the qualities, we want to be reminded of that kind of things. So we need to be reminded. This is the great lesson. And yeah, so let's start this video. First, it's how to respond to hard. That's change the game. Okay, so how you respond to the hard things is change the game. For example, if you feel hard in the gym and you think that this is very hard, I am doing the hard work, oh man, shit. But if you just reframe it like this is hard, oh poor everyone else, not oh poor me. For example, let me repeat it. Oh, just reframing from oh poor me to oh poor everyone, that it is hard and everyone who's gonna try it is impossible for them to sustain it. So the thing is reframing this perception of the hard things that you are doing. So, for example, if content creation is hard and building an organic following is hard, then you should feel good about it because no one will do it. So instead of telling, oh, poor me, it is very hard, the organic marketing is very hard, it sucks, you should tell yourself that, oh, poor everyone else, that this is hard and it is very impossible for them to sustain it. So it's an added advantage for me. So it's take away that reframing the hard thing is very important. And if you reframe it, then it changes everything. From now onwards, I will reframe all the hard things that is in my life, like gym, like business, like sticking to a thing, communication, English. It's all hard thing, but it's not oh poor me, it is hard. Oh poor everyone else, that it is hard. I'm feeling grateful that this thing is hard. Like I'm poor in communication, English communication. So it is hard for me, but I'm not feeling sorry for me that it is hard. I am feeling sorry for everyone else that this is hard and I love it, man. This is hard. It should be hard. It says that very few people will try it and very few people will be at the top. So it's grateful that it is hard. I'm grateful this is hard. So this is the reframe we should have. And one more thing, it's just level, man. Like the hard thing which you are facing right now, it's just steps, it's just level. You should see it as a game. If you unlock this level, you will be challenged with another level, and it's a continuous game. So if you are stuck with the same level by blaming yourself, then it's your harm only. So just reframe the hard things and just do it, man. Like it's a reminder for me as well. Just reframe the hard things and do it. It's an added advantage that this is hard and no one else will do it. This only puts you in the added advantage in the top 1% if you just do it. Just face this hard thing and just consistently stick with it. And the second thing is, whenever Alex encounter in a difficult situation, he just say that I will tell the fucking story. So okay, so let me give you that. When Alex doesn't have money to afford a apartment, just to he doesn't have money just to pay a rent as well. So he sleeps at the gym floor. So when he was sleeping in the gym floor, he told himself at that night that I will fucking tell this story that I slept on the gym floor. And when Alex and also another story is when Alex had a miserable scam. Like he had a scam of something $3,000, sorry, $300,000. So he screenshot that to tell, and he told that I will tell this story that I had this kind of difficult situation, but here I am today now. So having a long narrative is very important. So having a long narrative that whatever the hardship you are going through, you just tell yourself that this is the story I'm gonna tell. Gives you more fuel, and having a long narrative opens your mind about this hard situation. This is the situation which is making you ready for this. So appreciate it and always have a long narrative that if I'm facing a hardship today, a hardship about customer acquisition, then this is the story I will tell about when I reach the stage when where I can tell where I can share the stories with others. So like you can imagine, no hero has achieved what he has achieved without hardship. So if you don't face the hardship, what a boring story will be. What a boring story. For example, you can imagine you just born and you are millionaire. No one can relate to that story, and everyone will feel bored to listen that story. But if you have a story of hardship, of a story which contains hardship, and you tackle that hardship, you conquer that hardship, and you level up again and again and again at every given point of your life, then that story is worth telling, and that memory is worth dying. You will have a lot of stories. So hardship is great, and having a long narrative that whenever you are in the hardship, you just tell, I will tell this fucking story to everyone that I faced this and I encountered this and how you can face it. And so let me read it. Reframing ourselves as the hero of that narrative in harder time was helpful, and thinking I will tell this story somebody. A hero doesn't become hero without the hardship. Okay. And also there is one more line that expecting it to be easy make things hard. Like if the thing is hard already and you expect that to be easy, then it's hard for you even more. If you just face it, it's neutral. But if you expect it to be easy, then it becomes harder for you. So just appreciate the hard things and don't expect the hard things to become easy. Expect that you were stronger. So just expecting that this thing should be easy makes your life more miserable. So just avoid that. Just think that you were stronger and just let it be the hard things, and face it because the hardships make the story great. A hero without hardship is a boring story. And also, let's learn. And also, yeah, the skills. Okay, I will complete this, and after that, we will jump to the great thing, which is a lonely path, lonely journey. So let me finish this, then we will talk about a lonely path of entrepreneur. That is very great. So first, Alex suggests that the arrows is kind of skills. So the skills which we gathered along the journey act as a arrows, like we are collecting the arrows to kill a dragon in the future or when we need it. So, for example, Steve Jobs learned the calibri, some this is some kind of fonts he learned, and that skill acted as a arrow. He collected that skill as an arrow, and that skill acted as an arrow for killing all the market. Like it was useful for him to make the Macintosh computer, Mac, which we call it Apple Mac book. So acquiring skill, gathering skill along the journey is very important, and you want to see all the skills as an arrow that you will use that in any time when you will be needed. So just keep acquiring great skills. It will be useful. Okay, let's talk about the lonely journey. Alex says that uh, except if you want to become exceptional, the word exceptional have exception. So the word exceptional means that you are exception from others. Let me just read it once, then I will get back to you with great framing. Yeah. So as I said, that exceptional word itself has exception, so you don't need to fit yourself into all the category that people is. You can okay. So, so people you should imagine yourself in an auditorium where you are clapping. If you are single hand, you are clapping alone for yourself for a longer period of time. You should imagine yourself clapping in an auditorium where you are clapping by yourself and there is no any another person. There is no one in that auditorium. The auditorium is blank and you are just clapping for yourself for a longer period of time. That's the alone journey that every entrepreneur goes through. People just don't support you when you always needed it. When you reached it, they support you, and that's the least time. That's the time when you need this kind of support the least. So just expect that the journey will be alone and you imagine yourself in an auditorium, you clapping for yourself for a longer period of time and just become the supporter of yourself for the longer period of time. Don't expect the other persons to become your supporter because they will only support you once you reach a certain level. So in the starting, always be yourself. Always wish we are our own supporter in the beginning. So just expect that and your life will become easier because the lonely path is the truth that you will clap for yourself for the longer period of time in an empty auditorium and no one will be there to see your show. So that's so. And let's summarize this video. First we talk about reframing the hardship. Reframing oh poor me to oh poor everyone, that it's impossible to sustain this. So I have an added advantage. Let's do it. The second thing is if this situation is difficult, then it's great. It's part of my story. It's part of my hardship, and uh, a great story require hardship. A story without a hero without hardship is a boring story. So yeah, if you face a difficult situation, just tell that I will fucking tell this story. This is a great script. I will tell this story, and just and don't accept the hard things to be easy because it makes the condition even worse. And third point, the fourth point is keep gathering great skills because it will use as a arrow. You just collect them as an arrow and it's used in killing the dragon, which means it will be needed at any time you require them. And the fifth is the lonely journey. If if you want to be exceptional, the word exceptional has exception. That means you are exception. So you are the only person in the auditorium who is clapping for you for a longer period of time, and that's the truth. So let's end this video, and I hope I'm improving my communication. I don't care if I improve or not. I just want to put in the work, and I will judge myself after a great number of volume. I will not judge myself today. Okay, I feel like I'm not doing well, but I will not judge myself today. I will judge myself after doing around like 20 hours, 30 hours of content produced. That's the time I will analyze myself. But till then, I will just put out content. I will just put in the volume. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for this hardship because I want to tell the story. I want the hardship. And oh, poor me. No. Oh, poor everyone else that this is hard and it is impossible to sustain. So let's end this video.